This is not a test. Don't expect to be impressed. Put on your life vest. Sit down your armrest. It's time to stray from the grind. Don't take my hand, 'cause you'll find no peace of mind. Side quest.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Side Quest, the every other week non-game that we do when we're not being tortured by whatever DM is currently in charge. My name is Rick Gualtieri, and I have with me today Robert Bevan and our newest member of the Calamity Janes, Judy Black.
Yeah, that's it. You got
Hello, friends.
I didn't mean to do that as a question. I looked down and I was like, Judy. Oh wait, your name's right.
She is not black.
It's like Cher. I just have a first name, you know?
So you're in your, I guess your second official week being a member of Authors and Dragons.
Yeah.
So you haven't quit yet. That's a good thing.
Not yet. No, you haven't run me off yet.
Well, we'll see what we can do about that tonight, because we figured we'd
Challenge accepted.
we figured we'd get together and talk about considering the time of year, we figured we'd talk about things that we love and hate about the end of summer. Those listening at home, you're obviously a little bit in the future, but today is a very special day for
You gotta come back with me.
I was waiting for it.
So today's a very special day for me because 1 year ago today, my basement was busy filling with fucking raw sewage from Hurricane Ida. So my wife reminded me about that today, and I was just like, I looked outside and I looked in the basement. I was like, so far this is better.
Low bar, but yeah.
Very low bar.
Not sure if you can call that something you like or dislike about the end of summer in general. I mean, one particular summer, sure.
No, I was just commemorating the date.
Oh,
You know,
all right.
Like this
Well,
time.
this summer you can like that. That's not happening.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's true.
Like it was pouring out. My wife had stopped her car. She had class, so she had stopped her car about 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks, about 2 blocks away because she couldn't get here because of the flood. And her and my middle son waded home through raw sewage, and then we spent all night listening to things collapse in my basement.
Like,
I'm also happy that I'm not balls deep in raw sewage.
yeah, that seems like a good starting point.
And so,
Things.
so that's the positivity I'm bringing to this podcast, is that any summer that you're not balls deep in raw sewage can't be all that bad.
Or winter.
Yeah. Anytime you're not in raw sewage is a good time.
Yeah, I mean, better than being in raw sewage.
I mean, Halloween in raw sewage might not be as horrible, but Halloween without raw sewage is probably definitely better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think pretty much any holiday without raw sewage is probably a better holiday.
Although
If I had to pick.
I will say, surprisingly enough, my wife's garden last year got drowned in raw sewage, and this year everything has grown really well. So if you're looking to if you're looking to get some gardening in next year,
God.
raw sewage this year.
Maybe that's good for Easter.
Hmm.
Rebirth.
Yeah.
Hey kids, we're having an Easter egg hunt in the raw sewage. Go waiting.
Don't eat the chocolate you find.
Oh, I don't know if I trust my kids with that one.
They only have to do it once.
Hey Dad, I'm eating the chocolate. I didn't hunt any chocolate.
Oh, God.
Well, enough about my quirks. Judy, why don't you start us off? Tell us something that it can be either love or hate that evokes a strong emotion with end of summer.
So I hate summer. I am not a hot weather person. I escaped from Florida and am slowly but surely trying to creep my way north. I don't like summer. I don't like hot weather, so I'm always super excited when September comes and it is, well, as cool as it's going to start getting in Georgia. So, summer 2.0, but with an occasional breeze. Um, but I do like that convention season is kind of over because convention season is a little exhausting. Um, but I'm having fun watching the cosplayers for Dragon Con from my work window. That's been very entertaining.
Yeah, I gotta concur. I can't fucking stand summer. I mean, yeah, I do like do like convention season. And the fact that I can drive to conventions without having to worry about getting stuck in a blizzard, I guess that's kind of nice.
Mm.
But yeah, aside from that, yeah, I absolutely cannot stand summer.
I love summer. Yeah, I love everything about it. Uh, yeah, I'll jump ahead. The worst part about it right now is that it's coming to an end. Don't like the winter. Don't like being cold.
Well, yeah, you're in your garage.
Well, it's hot as fuck in my garage, and I don't like that either. But I mean, I prefer to be hot with a fan on me than cold with a little space heater.
Yeah, I meant,
Although the space heater I got last year, it does a hell of a job.
I was gonna say in 3 months we'll be watching all those pictures behind you as they're slowly covered in frost.
We're gonna just watch the background ice over.
That'll be that. We'll need to do more video come winter so we can we can see Bob doing his end of The Shining impression.
Yes. Yeah, I don't like the hot weather, but the rest of summer is good. If I could just not be like a million degrees and walk outside into the humidity of soup, um, it would be fine. But having to wander about when it feels like you're walking through a bowl of chowder outside is just very unpleasant. Not a fan. Not a fan of that at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. I mean, my thing is I usually tell my wife, I'm like, there's only so much you can there's so many clothes you can take off before you get arrested for indecent exposure. Although although occasionally at night I'm like, it's really hot. If she's complaining about being, well, you could take off more clothes if you want, which doesn't really ever get me anywhere. But
Yeah, I was about to ask how that went.
about as well as it sounds like it goes. But yeah, I mean, at least in winter, you can always put on another coat or another something.
Yeah. And I like when it's not convention season because I have a home D&D game that is a ton of people who do conventions. And so we go like months without actually getting to play anything before it's like, okay, and then Dragon Con's done and we're back to weekly games. Um,
I do kind of like I guess the con break for for real life games because there's something that be said about familiarity breeds contempt. So it's like every so often take that break actually helps re-energize me.
yeah, there is a nice to not be every week, especially when you're the DM and you actually have to keep coming up with shit for these people to do and or
Yeah,
not do.
yeah. I just ended like a 4-year run as DM. Um,
Nice.
and my players just they got sick of the game because it was getting boring. And well, rather than approach me because we've been playing for 20 years, rather than approach me as one and say, hey, hey, can we can we move to another game? No, they elected one person to come to me and basically be like, okay, we're sick of this game. We want to go.
Oh, the representative.
Yeah, I know that was kind of hilarious because they were like, well, we don't want to hurt your feelings. I was like, motherfuckers, we've been playing for 25 fucking years, and if you haven't hurt my feelings now yet, I will say it was a huge weight. Like they thought they were gonna hurt my feelings, and I was just like, I don't have to DM anymore. Fuck yeah!
Yeah. Yeah, it's so nice. Like I was so excited about the Calamity Janes to get to play again because I have been running this home game for like 2 years and that's the only D&D anything that I've really gotten to do. So I was like, what do you mean I don't have to try and manage battles and remember shit? I can just be chaos. This is lovely.
Chaos with a French accent.
Yes.
'Cause
For
now I'm thinking whatever my next character is, now I got to do a French accent because man, that's just a fun accent to do.
it is. Oh,
And it's
I was so
and I won't say I do it better, but I probably do it worse than my Scottish accent, which makes it more fun for me.
oh, yeah, it's been I was so excited to get to do that as soon as they were like, yeah, character. I was like, I can do a terrible French accent. Let's go. Might as well.
And Bob can always fall back on Lord Butter Biscuits.
That's Lord Farnsworth butter biscuits.
Yeah.
And I need to re-listen to an episode where I did that because I've forgotten that. Um, but I do a fun Russian accent.
Oh, I feel like next campaign there might be a lot of accents happening, and I'm excited.
I played an entire campaign, and I can't even say it was authentic, but I played an entire campaign with a character who inexplicably had a Cajun accent.
I don't I don't regret creating Jorser the Sorcerer because of course not, but it is a little taxing to have to do a voice, you know, for
Yeah.
an extended period of time.
No, yeah, I'll give you that. Uh, this character I did, like I'd end each game like just like costs of spitting up blood. Ah,
Yeah, I've started practicing my Gigi accent in the car. Um, but now the unfortunate thing is if anybody's in the car with me, I don't automatically turn it off. So I'm just like, oh, where are we going today? And my roommate's like, what is wrong with you? So
you know
yeah.
something? I offer no excuses when I get bizarre.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys have lived with me for like 6 years and known me for longer than that. This is not the weirdest thing you've caught me doing.
I'm actually taking a break from a lot of things right now. Like my other games, I'm taking a break from, and part of it is like end of summer, beginning of school, but also I guess I kind of run a local writers group here in New Jersey, and we've been meeting like pretty much every other week for since I think January or February, and with A&D Con and other stuff, I was like, why don't we take a break, for like maybe a month, and then like come back hopefully recharged. The only thing I'm worried about is this month-long break. I'll just be like, I don't want to do any of this stuff anymore. Like, hey, D&D, I'm out of the game. Find somebody else to run the writing group. Um, you know, I'm sure like the kids, we like every year we help out with the kids. My kids, they do a kind of like I guess a haunted school. Um,
Oh.
and we usually help out big time with that. But well, not the last couple of years because they've had COVID, but I've also been getting kind of annoyed because like we're like usually the only parents who help out. So I kind of did an ultimatum. Is like you need to get some more people helping out with this because otherwise you're gonna have one less group. Because we were it was like because the nature of the school is to set up this haunted house. You basically have to show up after school is done. You basically get maybe 3 hours to set up a shit ton of stuff.
God.
And that's a lot to do. I mean, you have people from the school helping out, but like not all of them show up either. So it winds up being a lot of work for very few people, and it's like cool for the kids, but at the same time, um, we're kind of doing that thing with the school. We're like, you might want to just send out an ultimatum to the parents and say, if you don't help out, this shit won't happen.
Yeah.
So actually, that's a good segue. Um, Definitely, I mean, there's lots of things I like about the end of summer. I get to close the pool. I don't have to mow my fucking lawn anymore. But the kids going back to school, I like. And not just getting rid of them for the day. Don't get me wrong, that is awesome. Making them somebody else's problem for like 8 hours is the best thing in the world. Except when you get phone calls, during the middle of the day, and you look and you're like, oh, it's the school. What the fuck did they do? But it actually helps me work wise because when they're on their schedule, it helps me easier get into my schedule because I'm up at like 6:15 to get them ready for school, get lunches, all that stuff done. Um, Force them to do their crap. They're usually on the bus maybe around 7:30ish. Um, and that's my time where I can, I don't know, work out because I definitely need to start working out again. Take a shower, do all that morning stuff, and then get my ass upstairs into my office and hopefully get some words out. Because like August is my worst month for productivity, and not just because of A&D Con, but this month, like they're out of their routine, they're doing their stuff. I'm out of my routine because well, we had the convention, so like every morning it's just like it feels like I'm getting up to my office later and later. So yeah, it's not really helping.
Yeah, I know a lot of parents who feel that way, like not just the kids being out of the house, but oh, I have an external routine again, as opposed to my own self-will.
Yeah.
Once again, I am the opposite. Uh, yeah, my kids are pretty self-contained over the vacation, and if they need something, they'll come ask me. Otherwise, they'll do their thing. But now, I got they last year they were both in middle school, and that was fine. Got to get up at 8 o'clock. This year, my daughter's in high school. Now we're up at like 5 or 5:30 or something. And look,
High school starts
look at my eyes.
ridiculously
Look at
early.
my eyes.
Oh,
Oh my God, I'm dying. I'm dying here.
Do you drive her to school?
Not drive her to the bus stop, but which is a block away. I don't need to, but it's dark, and it beats walking.
Yeah, I never understood why high school started so fucking early.
yeah, it is weird.
Yeah. I mean, because that, yeah, I mean, not only does it torture the kids, but it definitely
Well,
tortures the parents too.
I think I think maybe part of it has to do with, I mean, at least around here, maybe the scarcity of bus drivers. These same
Mm,
bus drivers have to do, high school, middle school, and elementary school, so you gotta kind of stagger it out the starting times.
yeah, that makes sense.
It might also be like people going to work. Like if you get up and like get rid of your kids, then like you don't have to work. Then you can focus on getting you to like wherever you need to go. But I don't know.
Yeah,
It
but then the poor parents that have kids in like high school, middle school, and elementary school, and they
Yeah,
got three start times they have to deal with, and like, oof.
and three different schools if they're like because for a while there
Mm-hmm.
we did that. We had the kids in different schools, and it was like okay, these schools are like a half an hour away from each other. This is a pain in the
Oh God.
fucking ass. Like honestly, at this point, like my two youngest are both in the same school, not because necessarily it's great, but because it's less of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, I work at a school. I don't have any kids though, but I work at a school, and yeah, the second that the semester starts and all the kids are back on campus, oh my God. It's just like night and day on campus. I'm like, what do you mean that the vending machines are all empty and the elevators take a million? Like, I'm waiting in line like at Dragon Con elevators wise. So, yeah, but it's nice for the campus to not just be like empty because it's
Mm.
kind of creepy when during the summer when there's like no one there. Because the professors vanish too during the summer. Everyone's gone basically.
It's like everyone's gone but the serial killers.
Basically. So, I get the place to myself, which has been very nice because now there's people like hanging out in my doorway and asking me stuff, and that's always annoying.
Imagine like people just hanging out in the doorway with like leather jackets, like yo, Miss Judy.
I do love it because the student assistants can't figure out how old I am, so they keep asking me if I was here over the summer, how my classes were, and I'm just like, I'm so flattered, but I am so not ever going back to school. Never. I did my time.
Yeah, same here. It's like I've reached that point now where I'm pretty sure I would just be a shitty student. Like I try to find those grad school programs that won't give you lower than a B even if you do nothing.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
So, all right. So what are some things, you know, I will say that the transition from summer to winter sucks. Because it's usually like as you can see, we don't have central air here. We're like the last house in New Jersey that probably doesn't. So all the air conditioners have to come out of the window, except that one. I leave that in all year because it's my office. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. But all the other air window units have to come out, and they're heavy, and I'm old, and my kids are useless. There's covering the pool, which is work. That final mow of the year where it's either I mow the lawn one last time and thus, or I just don't, and it looks like the house is abandoned.
Well, then you're just preparing for Halloween early.
Hell yeah, but also it's like I don't know about you guys, but we also get this is our we're entering into our storm season now, and I actually got a call probably tomorrow or whenever I get a chance, because we had a thunderstorm here a couple days ago. I had a branch come down, which is like hanging over my fence right now. If it comes down, it's gonna smash my fence. And I have another branch that's hanging over some live wires, and if that goes down, pretty much we're all fucked. So yeah, this is gonna be an expensive month.
Big fun. Yeah. The hurricane-esque season.
Yeah, I am going to be extra paranoid this season. The lessons of raw sewage have stayed with me.
Very valuable lesson.
Oh yeah, I already have we have a bathroom down in the basement, and that's what like essentially caused the flood. And I already have things in place. I have a utility lock that like screws into like the main shower drain. Um, pretty much the toilet is going to be is going to be stuff as many towels down in that as possible, and then put like essentially about 100 pounds worth of metal weights on top of it to keep it from opening. I got
And
this. Hmm?
always cook your sewage.
Well, that was the other thing that sucked last year is I had just paid.
Eating it.
Well, eating it sucked, but I couldn't cook it because I had just gotten a brand new water heater last summer. It was a month old, and then my
Mm,
basement filled with sewage. That broke, and I called up the place that sold it to me, and they were like, "Ah, ha, 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 ha. Oh, you fool! Water heaters aren't covered against flooding."
why would they be?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
And thanks to New Jersey, so water heaters used to be pretty simple. Like our old water heater we had, it was basically just this dial, and it had like a pilot light on it,
Mm.
and it had gotten flooded several times, and it never died. But New Jersey, in their infinite wisdom, decided those are unsafe. So let's add a whole bunch of sensitive electronic components and make that mandatory for all all water heaters. Oh, and none of these are even remotely waterproof.
Oh boy. Water heaters suck.
Owning a home sucks.
It does.
Like, yeah, I never wanted to own a house. I wanted to live in a townhouse or an apartment somewhere where when something breaks, I just call up and I and I just bitch about it, and somebody comes and fixes it. That's what I wanted out of life. I don't like being a
I
home.
always wanted to own a home, but I still bitch about it when things go wrong.
Yeah, I never did because my father is a pretty handy person, and like I haven't spoken to him in a long time, but last time I spoke to him, he was doing the whole flipping houses thing. So he'd
Hmm.
buy junked out houses, repair them up, and then like sell them for a profit. He never taught me any of that shit as a kid. Not a goddamn thing. So
Oh.
now it's like if I have to repair a patch of like drywall, it looks worse than it looks worse than when it had the hole in it.
Oh.
We had something wrong with our sink last year, and I thought, you know what, we could call a plumber, but let's check out YouTube first. And I couldn't squeeze in there because I'm too fat, but my son fixed our sink.
Nice.
Nice. Very
I
nice.
hope you give him the speech afterwards. Said, "Son, now you are in charge of all this. Go watch
No,
some."
he got I don't know, he did something like a week before that pissed me off, and he broke something that was going to cost a bunch of money. I said, "All right, your debt is cleared."
Yeah.
Give him the old total recall speech. Your debt to society paid in full. Yeah, I'll admit I abused the parent privilege. I bought I mentioned this on Facebook. I bought a Bowflex off of Facebook Marketplace, and the dude was like they were only like a town over, and I was like, yeah, I'll come get it. Like hopefully I can fit it in my car. And the guy's like, throw in an extra like $20 and I'll deliver it. And I was like, sold. So my oldest got home and I was like, hey, two good things. One, we're getting a new home gym, and two, you're helping me unload it.
Surprise!
Yeah. See, my wife is really good. She like, she gives the kids chores and she pays for it. Like she pays them for it. And I'm like, no. We own them. They are property. I don't want to pay these like, these little parasites who like, who eat my food and destroy my belongings. No, they should just do this because I command them.
I was trying to remember if I got an allowance or money when I did chores, and I don't think I did. I don't remember that happening, at least.
Yeah, same here. I didn't get shit. It was basically like, it's like, hey, go wash the dishes. Well, I don't feel like it. Well, then you can get the fuck out.
But I got participation trophies as a millennial, so that makes it all the better.
Yeah, it's like my wife is like, well, it's like you're going to be cleaning out the cat boxes now. And I'm like, yes, because I hate cleaning out the cat boxes. And then she's like, oh, but I'll pay you like, I'll pay you like, X dollars a week to do it. And I was like, whoa, time out here. They should be paying us for the privilege of living here, not the opposite way around.
Wait, I thought you were talking about you.
Oh,
Too, and I was like, wow, your wife pays you to do the cat.
I wish she paid me. That would be like the best deal. God,
Yeah.
just put on my resume. It's like professional gigolo.
And that's sad news for all the gigolos out there.
Yeah, I know.
I thought I was going to be fucking for a living.
Are you?
Here I am scooping out cat shit.
God, I mean, I would 100% have a YouTube series on that. It's like, it's like if I can live as a gigolo, you can too.
Here's how to clean cat boxes, and you can live like me.
Yeah. It's like I might be throwing out cat shit, but I'm getting paid to throw out cat shit.
More than I can say, I suppose.
So, what are other end of summer things that you guys either like or hate?
No, I think I pretty much covered it. I mean, my life doesn't change a lot throughout the year. Yeah, my kids are in school or they're not. So I'm either getting up inconveniently early or I'm not. The rest of it is, working.
There's a certain stability to that. So I will say the biggest thing I like about end of summer is we're moving into Halloween season.
Yes.
And
That's what
my wife has already told me what our weekend activity is because for her birthday, I got her one of those 12-foot Home Depot skeletons.
Yes, I love him. He's
And,
such a big skeleton.
Yes, so I already told her we can't put this in the front yard because I don't trust any of our neighbors because fuck them. I've already lost normal skeletons to my neighbors. I'm not putting this monstrosity out there, but I am okay with putting it up in the backyard and facing it out to the rest of the neighborhood above, like, above the fence. And I really, really hope this bothers somebody.
Oh, yeah, I'm hoping to actually go to another haunted house this year. I haven't been in a while. I love haunted houses. I'm terrible at them. I say I'm terrible at them because one, my reaction to being startled or frightened is to giggle. Um, and two, I don't have a very good dodge instinct. I'm like 4'10" and some change. I'm not used to having to duck for anything in existence. I do not have that reaction if something is coming towards my face. So the last time I went, I think I got hit in the head 3 times by like swinging foam boulder things because I just have no reaction. So I'm just like, oh wow, look at that thump. And then the fog a lot of the times hits about right here at my eyebrow. And so I can see the monsters crawling down under the fog towards everybody. So they just make eye contact and sort of do a shh gesture. And I'm like, have them. This is fun.
You're like the sniper crawling through the ground fog there.
Yeah. But yeah, and the last time the last time I went, it was, yeah, I got beamed in the face several times because I just do not have a reaction to dodge. And then I got chased by a chainsaw guy and just giggled so hard that he had to stop because he started laughing too. So it was an experience, but I'm hoping to get to one this year.
Yeah, we need to, we love doing those things here because we love Halloween. I desensitized my kids early. Like I was one of those asshole parents who they were still in the stroller. We'd take them into Party City. I'd put on every horror mask I could find and go. "Ah!" But you know something? My kids, unlike all these other friends we have, their kids who are just these little fucking wusses who start crying at the latest thing. No, my kids don't do that. No. We used to do a haunted house every year in my basement, and from an early age, I did not pull punches. I didn't make it a friendly haunted house. No, it was a terrifying haunted house. And if kids came out crying and their parents started complaining, it was just like, why is this my problem? Raise them better.
Yeah, I was that kid. I might be that adult, except that I haven't been to a haunted house since I was like 8.
Ah,
For that reason, I don't like it. I don't like being scared. I don't like shit jumping out at me. But what I do like is that now I finally know how to take Judy in a fight.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. You can take me out very easily because I do
Swing
not
for
have
the
a dodge.
face.
Yeah.
Now I can.
Yeah, you just probably aim lower than you expect because for some reason people often think I'm taller than I am, but no, I am very short.
Yeah, I mean, no offense if we ever do like A&D, like sword fighting or or so,
Yeah.
everybody's gonna be choosing you now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, but that's my weakness now is that I do not have a duck reaction at all, like at all. And even, it happened repeatedly in one go through a haunted house. This was not like over a series of years. This was one haunted house where I got hit 3 times in the face because I just was like, do 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 do. That surely won't hit me.
After a while, you got to think maybe it's a challenge. Like whoever's operating
Yeah.
going like, I got $5 and she doesn't duck.
Yeah, after the first one of the monsters came over and was like, "Oh, are you okay?"
Yeah, I had somebody. Yeah, I had somebody drop character once. Like I don't like when they drop character, but I had somebody did that once when they're standing around a corner and they had this like board and they're slamming it on the floor. And I have big feet. It's like I walk around this corner, crunk, and like the person's like, "Oh, dude, you okay?" It's like, yeah, I'm fine. Resume your scary serial killerness.
Man, now I'm tempted to get like one of those forehead GoPros and go through the haunted house this year so that you all can
Whap.
so you can experience the nonsense that it is. Because yeah, it's because like a lot the haunted houses I go to are not generally kids are not allowed. So
Oh, those are the best.
yeah, so like I'm barely tall enough to go on some of the roller coaster rides. So like
Do you do the ones? Do you have any of those nearby? The ones where they're allowed to touch you?
I don't usually do
Oh
those.
my.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Yeah, I don't think Netherworld is usually where I go, and they don't generally go for touching. They'll get like right up in your space, but generally they don't touch or grab.
So the ones around here, you can
What about
get.
fisting?
I almost had that happen. So the ones around here, you can basically get a special band that basically says like yeah, I'm okay with being touched versus not okay. So one of the haunted houses here, Eastern State Penitentiary, which is a real prison. They do a haunted house every year. They had that the first year, and all of us got the badges because we're all about the haunted houses. And there's a prisoner lineup at one point, and man, they were taking that seriously. They were, like the guard pretty much just grabbed me by the lapels and just threw me on the table there, and I'm like, okay, I'm definitely getting my money's worth here. Was waiting for like
Wow.
I was waiting for him to be like, now we're gonna have the real initiation. Zip. Huh? It's like, did we accidentally pay for the extra entertainment here?
Ugh. Oh my God.
But yeah, it's like one of my kids doesn't like that because they get freaked out if they get. But my younger kid, like we've had people just drag him away, all like Hopefully they work for the haunted house.
Yeah, see, I again, probably because I'm very small, I just have people that I don't even know randomly will pick me up or grab me. So generally like at haunted houses, I don't go for that because I'm just like, you know what? Let's not. I'm already gonna be giggling like an idiot and getting slapped in the face by stuff that I'm not dodging. Let's not add being carried away like a sack of potatoes under
Yeah,
some
yeah,
monster's
I'm trying to figure
arm.
this out. Like, some random person is just like, I'm afraid of this haunted house. Let me pick up this short person.
Shield! Yeah, but it's yeah, I don't usually do the grab and let them touch you things. I'm sure that there are some that do that around here. But I usually just stick with Netherworld because they're pretty solid and not too far away
I
from me.
I was gonna say, if people are just randomly, like, when you go out, just randomly picking you up, you might want to consider, like, I don't know, carrying a stun gun or something.
I know. I still remember I don't remember what convention it was, but it was a little after Harkness and I first became friends. And I remember him coming over to me, not saying anything, and just like bear hug, picking me up in a hug. And I remember making eye contact with a security person who just kind of like looked away and turned and was like, "You're on your own, kid." Um, so it was very entertaining.
That security sucks.
Oh, rip backdrop.
Whoa.
You guys can see my
That,
curtains now.
whoa.
I know. See, if you're not listening, if you're just listening, you're missing out on some very exciting video
Now,
footage.
now the illusion is
I
destroyed.
know. Oh my God. No,
I think it
maybe
would have
I
been best if that would have fallen down and it would just been some random person that standing there who then just picked you up and carried you off
carried me
camera.
away.
Like, whoa, holy shit, she was right.
Oh God. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. I just get randomly picked up quite frequently. It's very weird.
Yeah, I gotta say, I can't say I've experienced that.
Yeah, I haven't either. I got some theories as to why.
Hi. See, that's
Um,
why that backdrop is normally up, is because otherwise the cats are going to be all over me.
We will pick you up and
great.
carry you away. And the last thing we saw was her being dragged out by her cats.
They might if we get close to dinner time. They very well might. No.
Yeah, and I guess one thing I don't like about end of summer, since it's getting cooler, like I have two American Bulldog mixes and they have short hair. So two things they do not like. They do not like being outside when it's really hot, and they do not like being outside when it's really cold. But when it is just right out, they'll go outside and they'll be like, "Hey, come in." And they'll just kind of look at you like, "Fuck off. I'm going to stand here and bark at the fence for no reason." Whereas, like, when it's like 95 degrees out, you let them out and they're just like, 2 seconds later, like, "Oh, what the fuck, dude?" Or when it's cold, especially when it's snowing out, because a lot of dogs like snow. These two, they will go out there, like they'll get to the bottom of the deck, do their business, then like look at you like, "Yeah, I don't think so."
It's not happening, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. I used to have a Newfie Border Collie mix, and the snow was the worst for her because she would go all call of the wild and when it snowed out. If it was like she was miserable all year long until it got to be about 30 degrees, and then like 30 degrees and a foot of snow, you'd think you had a dire wolf outside. Like we had two dogs at the time, and she went out. She was out for a while, didn't want to come in, disappeared, couldn't find her in the yard. We let the other dog out, and we went out with her to like find this dog. This snowbank explodes. The dog pops out, grabs the other dog by the throat, and drags it in. And we're just like watching, like, maybe we should go inside now before this happens to us.
Oh my God, you got a Cujo
I
episode
know. It
happening.
was the weirdest fucking thing. So then we had to take care of the other dog because the other dog had a puncture in its skull because she pretty much like, literally just grabbed her by the head. So yeah, it was interesting. Cold weather dogs, it's like something about them. It's like they get out there in the snow and suddenly that wolf part of their brain turns back on.
God. Yeah, the cats just get lazier if that's possible. At least mine do. They're just like, you wish me to move from the blanket? Absolutely not. But otherwise, they're about the same. They just get fluffier, which means more fur shedding everywhere.
I will say this. I know there was a motion to kill it, or so I don't know if that ever passed. Are we still doing the whole daylight savings time changeover?
I think so. I don't think
Yeah,
that it actually has
yeah,
been killed.
yeah. I will say that's always a pain in the ass. It's like I don't have to get up and fucking farm the wheat anymore. I don't need that shit.
Yeah, that I'm not super looking forward to because I'll be going to work in the dark and coming home in the dark. But I'm also a creature of the night, so it kind of works, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't like driving home in the dark. That always freaked me out because I don't have great night vision.
Mm.
Um, on the upside, I'm not a big fan of it being like 9 o'clock at night and the sun still being out. So,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I want a nice. My perfect weather is pretty much that small stretch of like fall, maybe like maybe late September, early October. That lasts for a couple weeks when everything is nice out. You can go out. If you do need a jacket, you need a light jacket. Oh, that's another thing I don't like. Transitioning from shorts to pants.
Mm.
And yes,
I don't do it.
yeah, I kind of have to because my I don't because I have the window unit here for AC, but there are no heat vents in my office, and I have a space heater too, but it kind of sucks. So yeah, kind of shorts becomes rather unpleasant.
Yeah, it's unpleasant. I just don't do it. Not as unpleasant as wearing pants.
Yeah, so I pretty much wear pants all the time unless I'm at a convention. In a convention, I will wear skirts and shorts, but otherwise, I am 100% pants. I do not wear dresses or skirts to my actual day job.
Yeah, yeah. I will say like some people ask, but you know not to be sexist, but the best thing in the world is pretty much being a male urban fantasy author because the dress code is basically just like look like you're one step removed from homeless and you fit in.
And even that, you don't even have to be one step, maybe a half step.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
but yeah, wardrobe transitioning is annoying,
yeah.
especially if you actually have everything all separated out and then you got to put all the sweaters up and bring all the sweaters down and
My
yada
wife
yada yada.
my wife does that. I never put my stuff away for winter or summer. I don't have a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
They just go into one little section so they're all there. But somehow I'm the one who winds up having to be like, okay, you have to go down and bring up all the winter clothes, but they're not mine and they're heavy.
I got
Mad
a
hat.
couple flannels for winter,
Yeah,
and otherwise, that's it.
you
Yeah,
know,
I'm trying to think of what I think that I finally shrunk my wardrobe down enough that I don't have to actually switch anything out. Maybe. I don't know. I have a pretty big amount of
yeah.
clothing.
Well, something. I mean, when I was single, I got into the whole habit. I do my laundry once a week, so I owned pretty much a week's worth of like clothes, and I've never really figured there was any reason to like go beyond that.
That's fair.
Like 20 years later, I'm still like, nope, I got enough underwear to get through this week, and that's just fine.
That really is the crucial factor in laundry is the amount of underwear that you have left is the deciding factor of laundry.
And also, I don't see, I don't. It might just be me, but I have the underwear that's my favorites,
Hmm.
and then I have the stuff I will wear if I have to, and then there's the like, the even though it's been in my drawer for 6 years,
And then the underwear that's my favorite.
which is why I often keep my webcam covered. But yeah, but then there's that. Oh, I got to wear this shit now. No, I guess I probably should do laundry,
Yeah, oh, where did this pair? Oh, okay, time to do laundry.
which typically I judge by like, by if I sit down, how much of it shoots right up my ass.
Good judgment factor in underwear, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like that's the whole thing. You have your favorite clothes and your non-favorite clothes. I can't tell you how much I love like the fact that T Public and www.tpublic.com/ I believe Authors and Dragons, whatever, it's on our website. Go buy our shit, or go to my website and buy my shit too. I love the fact that T Public actually puts out good T-shirts because I can't stand wearing shitty T-shirts.
Oh God, yeah, those ones that feel like you're wearing like paper. Ugh.
Man, I was listening hard because I thought you were going to say that they had good underwear, but no.
That's something they need to
Yeah,
branch
I mean,
into.
if they could come out with some decent underwear and we could slap like Jorcerer on that,
That would be incredible.
I'd have a few pairs.
I've got some. I got some ready for when that happens. You know, like the male underwear says like Rod of Wonder or something. Female underwear says portable hole. Huh?
Bag of holding.
Oh God, that's sexist.
Oh my
Uh,
God, that would be incredible.
No, you got to do one for the fighters. Rod of lordly might.
Oh, and then just across the ass, behold my wonder.
And our URL,
Hmm.
since a lot of our best-selling T-shirts are missing that.
No, I mean, if someone's probably like at that point and seeing your underwear, they're probably not gonna like stop and type in a URL.
I like to think they would. It's like, we're in this hotel room and I'm looking at your underwear, but before we do anything, let me scan that QR code.
I'm aiming for the people to see it on the clothesline.
Yes. Yeah. That would be amazing. We'll have to work. We gotta work on that.
Or even better, you know, it's photographed on Pornhub. You know, they can pause the video, check out the website, then resume.
That's true.
Yeah, if we were wind up with that underwear, we were gonna have to hire some porn actors. And they'd be like, "Ooh, show me your wonder." Oh my!
Oh my!
Oh,
Behold!
It's like, and now I will show you my true arrow of Toreg.
oh my God, this needs to happen now.
Yeah, God, we would instantly make so much more than we're making right now.
We gotta find an underwear seller, y'all. I'm sure someone on Discord knows something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be print-on-demand underwear somewhere.
I'm just positive there's print-on-demand underwear.
Yeah, but it's probably mostly like boxers and stuff. No. We need like we need like G
Crotchless
string.
panties?
Yeah,
What
we,
do you-
yeah, we need like G strings and stuff.
Get fancy.
Positive masculinity, barbarian.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, I'm gonna resist the urge to go and just post in the Discord now. Hey y'all!
They'll catch up to us. I'm sure there will be suggestions
Uh,
or horror.
both, which tends to be pretty on brand, I would say.
Oh, we forgot the best. We forgot the best one. Underwear with sea turtles, just the right number of holes.
Oh God.
This shit practically brands itself.
Oh no. Oh boy, from what we love and hate about summer to sea turtle underwear. Boy, what a gambit.
Well, this is pretty much how a side quest works.
We-
We just go where the conversation takes us,
We contain multitudes.
no matter how horrific.
Yeah, mostly horrifying multitudes, but multitudes nonetheless.
So back to good things. One thing I am liking, like end of summer here, is I told you my wife, like since our garden drowned last year in sewage, it's been really good this year. So we got a fuck ton of tomatoes and peppers coming in right now. Like every time we go outside, it's just like it's just peppers, tomatoes, peppers, tomatoes. We got some okra coming in too, which
Ooh.
You know, that's all your own shit reorganized.
yeah,
Yeah. All right.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. I would be too.
But I'm hoping we get more okra because one thing. So the changing of the seasons, probably the thing I like best about it is the fact that there's certain recipes I like to cook that obviously I don't want to cook in a 100-degree kitchen. So with fall coming in, I'll probably start making my vodka sauce recipe again. I'll probably be looking to make a pot of chili at some point, and I only do this maybe once every 2 years, but I definitely did not do it last year. But I like to make a big pot of gumbo,
Ooh,
and
I
yeah.
do that about once every 6 months or so, but Walmart has frozen okra, and yeah.
well, something. Yeah, that is true, but I don't know. There is something nice. Like my wife, we did fiesta chicken the other week, and she made like salsa, and it was all stuff from her garden, and that was
Yeah,
just kind of
it's
cool.
an accomplishing
Yeah,
feeling, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, she made pickles before A&D Con, and these are the motherfucking best goddamn pickles. So yeah, that is kind of nice. You're absolutely right. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, we didn't grow enough okra. I guess no gumbo for you, motherfuckers. get get out there and start farming better.
Grow better.
So, all right, Rick, question.
Yes,
Do you store-bought roux or do you do your own roux?
I make my own roux.
Yeah, that's a fucking process, huh?
Nice.
It is a process, and I always overdo it. I always start off with
I know,
yeah,
me too. I fly too close to the sun. I get
yeah.
greedy. It always comes out a little burnt, but still pretty
I
good.
haven't had a problem with burning it. It's just that like I look at the rest like even my own recipe, I say basically like put this much oil with this much this much flour. And I look at it and I'm like, no, I must have gotten that wrong. Let me put triple that. And then I wind up with like then it's like, okay, now I guess I got to make 3 pots of gumbo.
Well, if you're not burning it, then awesome. You get three.
I
No,
only
no.
have so much space to freeze it.
Oh, I got 3 freezers.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta get another chest freezer here. But yeah, it's like
I guess that all right. So that makes a little more sense though. If you do enough roux, then you're probably not gonna burn it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it gets hard.
Ah.
It gets harder to burn.
Oh, you found the secret.
I'm gonna make a shit ton of gumbo.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I don't know why I've never just tossed the roux out.
Holy shit!
All right, I'm here.
Hey!
Hey,
Hey!
Here we're doing video.
we're probably about 5 minutes from wrapping up.
Oh, you are?
So, well, tell us what are things you love or hate about the end of summer?
And your gumbo recipes.
Yeah, you have that too.
God, I've only got things I like about the end of summer because I fucking hate summer.
Yes, another one.
You're outnumbered,
I
Bob.
like school starting back up so that my kids are in school again. I like the cooling off of the air and the not scorching sunlight. I like the
You
like
live
the
in the
food.
fucking Polar Express.
No, I
What
don't.
the fuck?
No, I don't. We had a heat dome this summer. It was hundreds of degrees several days for like a while.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
like latitude
God.
wise, you're not much higher than I am.
Yeah, no, it's we get warm, we get hot summers and fairly mild winters up here. Rain shadow. Yeah, that's let's see, what do I hate about the end of summer? Yeah, I actually got one. People scrambling to get their last minute vacations in and clogging up the roads every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That drives me nuts.
I'll give you that. I mean, I grew up at the Jersey Shore, and my rule of thumb is between Memorial Day and Labor Day. I tried my damnedest not to head south in New Jersey, because especially on a weekend, because it is just nightmare fuel.
Yeah. Oh God, no. I live within like 10 minutes of a major military base,
Oof.
and traffic through there is just awful.
Yeah, I work in downtown Atlanta. Like I'm literally 2 or 3 blocks away from Dragon Con. So that's super fun during holiday weekends and when everybody's traveling and everything to try and get into work and into anything at any point in time. So yeah.
Judy's having to fight off like half naked cosplayers just to get to work.
Well, this morning there was a Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph blocking the escalator, and I'm like, Vanellope, move. It's very good cosplay, but like I'm late for work, man.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh yeah,
maddening.
yeah, because tourists universally will just stupid up any town they're in. And I mean, and this isn't to say because we've all been tourists at various places, but it's like somehow it's like you forget how shit works when you're a tourist in another place, and it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna stand here where other people are trying to stand.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I arrived late.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I mean, so one thing we'll probably start doing is, I mean, you mentioned the haunted houses, Judy. We're definitely going to do that, but also it's like we like to try to find like, at least one corn maze a year. You know, pumpkin picking, apple picking. These are all like, I'll be perfectly honest, I don't particularly like doing this stuff, but if the family wants to do it, I'm happy to, like, to join them. And one thing I like about the corn mazes and stuff, going to these farms, they always have like the fresh apple cider. And goddamn, if that isn't the motherfucker, oh yeah, apple cider. That's another thing I love good
Yes.
about best about summer or
Mm.
end of summer because fresh apple cider is the fucking best.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like up in North Georgia, they have a whole like apple festival, and it's just magical.
Like I'm
There's
not. I'm hmm?
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, one of my favorite things about fruit is my wife and I and several of our friends do a shit ton of canning at the end of the summer.
Mm.
Basically, like just can bunch of apples and basically any fruit they can get their hands on. They turn it into like preserves and jams and all that shit. And the house smells amazing. Well, that's happening.
Yeah, every year we say we're going to do that and then we don't because we realize how much work it takes.
It is a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
a lot of
work.
work.
Now I want like apple pie.
All right,
Mm.
so let me ask a question. Just see if you guys are cooler, if you're fucking heathens. Cold or hot apple pie?
Both.
Yeah, as long as it has like ice cream with it, I don't care.
Well, if it's got ice cream, you have to have it hot, because that yeah, hot apple pie and cold ice cream, yum yum.
It is yum, but cold apple pie and ice cream is also good because
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
not a coward.
Judy
Yeah,
laughs
cold.
at the brain freeze.
Both. Yeah, like all forms of apple pie are good.
Mm.
Yeah, I prefer it cold. I don't know, something about it hot. I don't know, it makes it harder for me to taste.
I like. I don't know. Even like, because apple, the apples in the apple juices, they tend to get like really hot, and I like that little bit of pain with my apple pie, and I soothe it with the ice cream.
If the apple pie doesn't hurt, it's not worth
I'm
it.
imagining like Bob like sitting there in like his leather outfit and
Yeah.
his gimp mask. May I have another slice of hot apple pie, man? Pour the
Loosen the
juices
strap
on my
around my neck. I have to swallow this bite of pie.
or the juices on my nipples.
Then there's pumpkin pie too,
That's
which
good.
is it's good. It's I think if I had to, I would probably pick apple if I had to pick one though.
I like pumpkin pie, and I like it cold.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite
Yeah.
thing about pumpkins are the drunk squirrels we get at the end of because we'll like after we're done with the jack o' lanterns, we'll put them outside because we know the squirrels like them. But you leave them outside for a bit, they start to ferment, and then the squirrels really like them. And like you wind up with these like these drunken squirrel bar fights on our front yard over like the last few slices of pumpkin, and it's entertaining as fuck to watch.
Oh, that's one of my favorite YouTube videos is a drunk squirrel. It had a bunch of fermented apples and is trying to get away and it just like keeps bouncing in place. It'll get about an inch up the tree and then just like fall completely flat backwards.
Yeah, that's the thing. You watch them like crawl 4 feet up the tree, thud, 4 feet, and that is just endless entertainment.
Yeah.
It is. Wildlife, man.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of pumpkin pie. I don't mind it. Thank you. people opening my door and handing me things.
I was
Um,
half expecting a slice of pie to come across the screen for
No,
some
yeah, I know that would have been great. I'd be like, thank you. It's like, holy shit, I made that happen with my mind. Yeah, I mean, I think our dogs get more pumpkin than we do because,
Mm.
like, I don't mind a pumpkin cheesecake, but I'm not super fond of pumpkin pie. So typically, if we hollow out the pumpkins, we'll roast the pumpkin seeds because roasted pumpkin seeds are awesome. But the pumpkin guts usually we'll just kind of grind up, make it into kind of like a baby food, and that'll just go to the dogs because pumpkin is good for dogs, and you put some of that in their dog food, they won't say shit. They're just like they're just there.
I didn't know that. I didn't know the pumpkin was good for dogs.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, at the very least,
I
it's
didn't
one of
know
the
that either.
yeah, at the very least, it's one of those neutral things. But I believe it's like good for their coat.
Oh, okay.
For cats, it helps.
Yeah, it won't
Yeah,
kill
for
'em, so it must
yeah,
be good for them, right?
yeah, for cats, I believe it helps with constipation.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think there's a
good. My cat
regularity thing with
more.
dogs as well.
I think it's a fibery item, so it helps clear them out. So, maybe don't overdo the pumpkin treats.
Well, the thing is, if it's pumpkin with a lot of sugar in it, obviously that's fatty and crap. But if it's just like if it's just pumpkin, it's fine. At least I've
Yeah.
never seen anything that said wasn't fine. And we're pretty paranoid about one of those things whenever like the wife whenever Alyssa brings in like a new plant, or whenever we're like she's growing some mystery plant in the garden. It's always kind of like let's look up and see if that'll murder our animals.
And there are a lot of random things you wouldn't even think about that are totally toxic to animals. So it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah. And I mean, almost anything you can think of, you can Google and like just be like, is pumpkin, and usually it'll fill it in toxic
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah, Google's like, I got you. I know what
yeah.
you mean.
It's like, I know the stupid shit you're asking about. You want to know if you can feed your dog those jalapenos, you dumb motherfucker.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
Not a good
I
idea.
wanna sound innocent while I try to find out how to kill my neighbor's dog.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Ah.
Is arsenic good for dogs?
If I grow nightshade mushrooms, well, that actually, it's funny that happened. And this might just be a quirk of Google. You know how like when you go to WebMD, pretty much everything is cancer.
hmm
Yeah.
This, I think, it might be a quirk of like Google, because like whenever my wife like is in the garden and she grows a mystery plant, she can't remember what it is. She'll usually like go like take a picture of the leaf and like go to Google, and it will almost always be like, oh, this is like the world's deadliest poison.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
So that's kind of the running joke. It's like, oh, so what deadly poison are you growing this year? That will no doubt murder us all.
Maybe your wife is she's a very accomplished alchemist or something, maybe.
I mean, there's possibly a reason that, like, at night when we like, when we do dinner and stuff, you know, if we're serving ourselves in like the kitchen or so, just grabbing a plate, it'll be like, no, all of you go first. Maybe there's a reason.
Maybe.
One day, it's like one day you will all go first, and I will be the last.
Trying to
standing.
kill you for 25 years.
Oh, I keep saying it, and I need to write this into a book. But you want to commit like the perfect crime? Build up a tolerance to some deadly poison if you can, and then just bring in just go into your workplace and bring donuts sprinkled with that shit in.
Odd.
Because you know something,
Iocane powder.
Yeah.
like if you iocane powder donuts, you will pretty much wipe out the entirety of your office population. And man, I am probably giving people ideas, and I'm sure there's going to get flagged by YouTube. But yeah, I
You'll
mean,
probably be pretty high on the suspect list.
Yeah, I might be. Yeah, we're probably far enough into any kind of video recording that they won't flag it?
This is-
Question mark.
This is not the perfect crime.
hey kids, don't listen to A&D. We are a comedy podcast.
Not medical advice. Do not follow. Not murder advice
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, we're not gonna help you.
Yeah,
Oh,
one.
God.
So does anybody else have anything to add? Now that I've brought us to like that point.
No, I
All
think I'm
right.
good.
All right.
Joe, what's your perfect murder?
I would rather not discuss this on video.
Smart man.
Smarter than me. All right. Well, that's been about an hour and 15. Probably about time for us to wrap up here. Now that we've
Poison nipple clamps.
I think he's just trying to get us flagged.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck trying to figure out how that works. I'm not sticking nipple clamps in my mouth.
No, but if it's a poison that will absorb within the skin.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
Rick's gonna be easy to kill.
I mean,
Oh,
apparently not. His wife's been trying, so.
No, but he doesn't know about skin absorbent poison. Man, I'm not afraid of these nipple clamps. Snap, snap.
It's like, me just say, yeah, these nipple clamps ain't shit. Thud.
Oh God.
Yeah, I am way too trusting. I'm like, I'm that person who walks through the mall, and the rando standing near the bathroom is like, hey, would you like to try our like chicken? Yeah, sure, why not?
Would you like to try our bathroom chicken?
You know something? I would give somebody points for the honesty.
Bathroom chicken to go with your toilet gin.
Bathroom chicken and toilet gin.
Oh.
Now we know what your contribution will be to the Andy cookbook.
Yes.
Bathroom chicken and toilet gin.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think we've run this into the ground about as far as we're going to do it. So everybody, thank you for joining us for this week's side quests. We'll be back soon with our next game, and until then, bye.
Bye.
Bye, friend.
Bye.